What do dental scrap, RV sales, and blessing lives have in common? Brandon Sherwood, that's what. From melting crowns into cash to launching a startup with heart, Brandon's journey is anything but ordinary. Get ready for an unexpected ride with the creative rebel who's all in on impact.
This episode of the Rebel Rebel is brought to you by my book, BrandJitsu. Most brands blend in. They don't mean to, but they do. After 25 years of helping people fix that, I wrote the playbook. It's called BrandJitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable. It'll show you how to shape your story so it hits and sticks. Grab a copy at your favorite bookstore or head to brandjitsu.com.
Welcome to the Rebel Rebel. I'm your host, Michael Dargy, and somewhere across the world from me, please welcome Brandon Sherwood. Brandon, how the hell are you?
I am doing pretty well. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I can tell. Brandon, where in the world are you right now?
So, live in Heber City, Utah, where the millionaires live that used to live in Park City and got kicked out by the billionaires. I am neither one of those. So just to make sure that everybody knows.
Got it. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah. Originally from Arkansas, but live in Utah.
Got it. Awesome. And you know what? Like, I don't want to date this show, but it is starting to get a little colder now as we come out of summer.
Yeah, starting to get that way.
Yeah.
I'm not a big winter fan. Europe and Canada, so your winters are probably a little more brutal than ours. But I live on the side of a mountain, and I'm not ready to put snow tires on. I'll be honest. So.
Yep, I feel you. Well, so let's talk about this. What is it that you're up to right now, just so that people can sort of get the whole Brandon Sherwood experience?
Yeah, and I don't want to go like too far back in time here, but run a really weird business. We buy dental scrap from dentists, which is old crowns and bridges. We melt them down into gold and palladium mostly, and that's kind of the cash cow.
Yeah.
The other side of that is we're starting up a company called Gladly Network, and completely based on impact, right? So our mission statement is bless lives. It's pretty simple. That's our goal. And we're trying to essentially connect these small businesses that are blessing other people's lives, impacting the world in some positive way with people starting in dental offices as kind of an employee perk, and connecting these companies and these good people and helping create more impact across the world, hopefully with all that. So we're squarely in this entrepreneur startup phase, and it's just the craziest, scariest roller coaster ever. I don't know how to describe it. So.
Craziest, scariest roller coaster ever. I think that pretty much nails it.
Yeah.
Wild. So I guess the question that immediately pops into my mind is this whole dental appliance thing. Feels to me like there's probably a shelf life for that business.
Yeah. If you go to the dentist right now, you're probably, heaven forbid you crack your tooth or something, you got to get a crown. It's probably going to be a zirconia crown, which isn't a precious metal. And so gold and palladium were kind of the standard precious metals until they really got kind of too expensive and, whatever else. And so we figure we've got about a 10 to 15 year runway. I don't know if it'll be a cliff or it'll be a downward slope, but hopefully Gladly can create some longevity with our company. We can continue on with this Blessed Lives mission. Our reps won't be, out of a job, although some of them are ready to retire anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the hope with Gladly. Is the nexus of it was we really kind of don't want to end this in 10 years. So let's figure out how to keep it going. And we know that scrap isn't going to be the way.
That's really cool. It's very forward thinking of you, and really genuinely lovely to be thinking this way ahead of the time and find some place to, add value to people's lives.
Yeah. I mean, that's the hope, right? That's anytime you're looking forward, right? We can't see exactly where this is going to land. Like we're going to throw it and hopefully somebody will run under it and catch it. I don't know at this point. Like somebody could trip and fall, they could drop it. We're still up in the air on that, but we think we're throwing it the right direction at least.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. So let's go back in time to a young Brandon Sherwood. Maybe he's a young lad dreaming of being a dental appliance collector.
Yeah,
How did
definitely.
this all play out?
That was on my bingo card of careers.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, like, first off, how did you end up where you are now? And then, now that you're doing this whole startup thing, were you born to do this, or did it just happen along the way? Like, talk us through that.
Yeah, so I think I probably was to some degree born. I think you kind of have that personality, right, of being an entrepreneur or a startup guy, and I think I have that kind of naturally. I've tried several different things that it feels like just been bad timing, or oh, I wish I had some money to actually do this, and didn't.
Yeah.
And so I've always kind of been on that road. My dad had a RV dealership when I was in high school and through college, and loved that. I basically sold RVs and bought teeth. That's kind of what I've done. And so I
Such a strange thing.
isn't it? It's really, yeah. So I I grew up doing sales and things like that, and so naturally kind of went into that. I actually graduated from college with a degree in marketing. Worked as a inside sales rep for a little while. That was not for me.
Mm,
Cubicle life is not my life. And after that, I basically said, okay, I'm going to go back and sell RVs because I got two kids and I got to support them. But this isn't what I want to do the rest of my life. And then, like 5 years later, I was still doing it,
ah,
and I really, actually, genuinely love it. And I was making a good living. And one of the things about a lot of dealership sales is you got to work Saturdays. There's no
right.
question. Like that's when people are out buying. And so luckily I worked for a dealership that gave me a day off during the week. And so my dad's first cousin, which may sound like I should have known who he was, and I really didn't because my grandpa is one of 14 kids.
Oh
So
my god,
yeah, like I don't know more than half of the people that
that's
I'm
fair.
related to. And so he called my dad, hey, we've got this really weird business. We're buying teeth, blah, blah, blah. Are you interested? My dad wasn't. He said, but Brandon might be. So I talked to him. I said, I'll give you Tuesdays. Like, that's my day off. I'll give you Tuesdays. I can't just jump ship right now. And 8 months later, it was like, okay, I'm making more money on a daily basis doing this really
Wow.
weird thing than I am selling RVs. And so it's time to do that really crazy thing. 4 kids.
Yeah.
I had 4 kids under 5 at that point, and it was
Oh
like,
man.
I'm going to do this. And it's been the most amazing, crazy decision that I've ever made. I mean, like the company's awesome. Like say our mission, and I didn't found this company,
Yeah.
but our mission, the founder and his wife were driving along and said, we gotta have a mission statement here. Everybody's getting on board with these mission statements and
Yeah.
bless lives. That was it. And I like, I embrace it, but everybody in our company embraces it. And
It's cool.
it's so cool. And yeah, it's been great. And then jumping into, okay, well, we're going to have a end date here. Let's figure out how to extend that. And we've tried a couple different things and failed, and it's just part of it, right?
Yeah.
My dad used to say, mistakes are only mistakes if you don't learn from them. And so that's the way I've always kind of viewed it: is look, we're all going to fail. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do stupid things. Just learn from it,
Yeah.
get better. And that's really all entrepreneurship is just making mistakes and learning quicker than somebody who can't do it. I guess. I don't,
100%.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's wild. What's one of your favorite childhood memories?
we're a big, I mean, I guess a lot of people are sports, right? Like, so we're all about sports.
Yeah.
And so I have a couple different memories of my dad and I going to different games. One that really sticks out: we had moved from Arkansas to Kentucky, and anybody outside the United States is going to be like, we may not understand this, but for the sake of it, so Arkansas won the national championship of basketball in '94. Kentucky won it in '96. We've kind of been rivals, or at least Arkansas thinks we are. Um, and so we lived in Kentucky, and we bought dad got tickets. We went up to a game in Lexington, which Rupp Arena is insane for anybody that follows college basketball, and we had a blast. I mean, we were the away team and we lost, and we should have lost. And so, but not just the fact that we went to this really fun game and it was really cool, but just I've tried as I've had kids to have these experiences with my kids like that,
Yeah.
where I can't remember what I got for Christmas most years or things like that, but I definitely remember the time that I spent with my parents
Yeah.
doing even menial things, honestly, like just oh, we went to the store together or whatever. Like I have memories of that kind of
Yeah.
pop up, and so
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
that's how we make memories with our kids, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, its experiences are the most important part of this whole
Mhm.
thing. Yeah, things come and go, and things are just that. But so you're right. I can't remember what I got for Christmas, but I sure do remember that canoe trip.
Yeah. No, I mean that's it. That's
Yeah,
it. You're driving across the country in a motorhome, right? Like, and the air conditioning goes out, and you're like, "Psh, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life."
yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
What was your favorite part about selling RVs?
It gets in your blood. I don't know how to describe it better. And I'm sure this is the case with lots of things. It just happens to be the thing that I did.
Yeah,
And I loved selling RVs with my dad. That was a lot of fun. We had always had something to talk about. I mean, he was the owner. I was nothing really, but like it was our thing.
yeah.
And so it's still kind of that way. Like we still kind of talk about him, even though he hasn't been in RVs in 20 years almost. And I haven't in at least 5 years now.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, I've never been a great salesman. From the perspective of like I've known salesmen who, if you walk in and you say, "I am not buying an RV today," they're going to have you in the finance office in like 20 minutes. Like they're those people, right? And I was never that guy.
Yeah.
But I love building relationships with individuals and being able to help people, you know, achieve their goals, whatever those are.
Yeah.
And in that case, it was buying an RV, and I loved hearing about like I'd ask most people when they bought something from me, it was, what's your first trip? And you'd hear some
It's
of the just
cool.
the coolest things about like RVing is like 1950s America, where like you still like talk to your neighbors and like they help you and you like make friends and
Yeah.
you pull into a campground with your RV and everybody's like helping you back in, and then they want to see inside yours and you want to see inside theirs, and next thing you
Yeah.
know you're going to Thanksgiving together next year. It's it's crazy like that, and so that whole thing was really fun to be a part of.
Oh, that's cool. That is, yeah, that's lovely. We had a fifth wheel that we would drag around with us for a couple summers, and it's something similar, I would imagine. Like you just show up in these
Yeah,
campgrounds, and
yeah,
everybody's got their thing.
it's yeah, and I don't know. I'm sure the whole country may not be like that. I was in the South, and we're known to be a little chattier and things like that. But I don't know. It's a different world,
Yeah,
and you can't financially justify it. If you owned one, like it's a money pit. But again, like the experiences.
yeah.
I did this when my kids were little, and that's still some of their favorite memories. Is essentially free because I would pull something off the lot and go camp in it,
Oh my god.
and they're like, "Remember that time we went to that camp and we ate scootered all day?" And I'm like, "That was so free. Why don't I do more of that?"
Right.
So,
Wow. I saw an RV once with it had a lift under it with a like a convertible Mercedes that
mm,
it popped out and then dropped down, and the guy got in the car and drove away. It like blew
that's
my mind.
oh yeah, yeah. There's some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
You can do just about anything with the right amount of money.
Yeah, I suppose so. Suppose that's true. What's the thing that you do to recharge, Brandon? Like when you're under it all?
Um, I love spending time with my kids. I got 4 teenage boys, and so they're my best friends. It's I've got a childhood best friend. We've been best friends since we were 15, and talking to him is always a recharge. And we don't get to hang out very much because he's in Arkansas and I'm in Utah. But just going and doing stuff with my kids is a recharge.
Yeah.
And then um, I live in a beautiful part of the world. Utah's gorgeous, and I live, like I said, I live on kind of on the side of the mountain, and behind the area that I'm in is like thousands of acres of forestry land, and you can just like drive out and go wherever you want and do your thing. And so whenever I'm like really overwhelmed, it's a hey, wife, I'm not going to be home for a little while. Like I gotta go sit under an aspen tree and rethink what I'm doing with my life.
Uh,
And it's not even rethinking. It's just like grounding yourself and being like, oh, like the
right.
world does exist past whatever this problem is, or whatever. Like this really isn't that big of a deal. Look at this tree that's like 1,000 years old or whatever.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it probably felt problems and it's still here and doing all right. So I think I can listen to the leaves blow and be all right.
Oh, love that. That, yeah, little nature therapy that goes a long ways.
So far.
Mm.
Yeah.
Huh. Um, do you have any sort of guilty pleasures, things that you do just for you, or like a favorite meal, a cheat meal, something that's just like, oh,
Um, I don't know. It's really hard to have things that are just for you when you're a dad.
that
Like
is true.
it's like everything that I do, even like the going out in nature is like I got to go take care of this, get my head straight so that I can be a good dad, so I can
Yeah.
be there for my kids. Like I don't want to push this on them.
Right.
And so everything is them. I do. I mean, just from a personal level, like I love music. I love going to concerts. Not like big arena like concerts.
Yeah.
I'm not like a Swiftie or anything. Um, but no, I love going to like bar concerts
Nice.
and just stuff like that. That's kind of a recharge for me.
I see this basketball hoop behind you. Have you ever slam dunked
On that one,
on
yes,
anyone?
it's like 6 feet tall. So yeah, no, I did play basketball a lot when I was a kid, and I blocked a bunch of dunks. I much preferred embarrassing people,
Yeah.
and so I blocked a lot of dunks. But no, in my dreams, literally, I have like these recurring dreams where I like just yoke it, and that's not in real life. No,
You do that little airwalk as you're,
yeah, like the Jordan, like
yeah,
Space Jam, my arm just detaches. Yeah.
awesome. Um, what is one of the favorite things that you do with your kids?
They're all different. If you'd have asked me when I was like young, whatever, before I had kids, I'd have been like, yeah, they're all going to play sports and they're all going to do this and they're all going to do that. And like, who would have thought like they are so different?
Yeah,
So
crazy.
like personalities are different. It's insane.
Yeah,
And so like my oldest, my 17-year-old just did a bodybuilding competition. He did not get that from me. Like I don't do that. Um, and the next one, he's like a film, like loves film, loves pop culture, loves like stuff like that. So we go to movies a bunch.
cool.
And we got FanX, which is like Comic Con coming to Salt Lake in a couple weeks, and we'll be at that every hour that it's open, which is a lot of hours, I promise. And then like my third one is like loves video games, but he's just like loves random things. Like just it's the funniest thing. He'll be like, "Yeah, this is completely off the wall. Let's do this." And my youngest, he's 13, and soccer. Like it's his life. He's on a club team, and he's way better than I ever was. And we have the last couple Christmases, he's asked for season tickets to the professional MLS team here in town, and so we
Oh,
do
cool.
that, which is I'm like, please ask for these every year because somebody has to go with them, and that somebody is me.
Oh
And
no.
oh, such a hard thing to
Yeah, it's so
do.
hard.
But
So self-sacrificing.
it's become really really fun to do those things, and then you just you fall in love with whatever your kids are in love with. You just want to
Yes.
see them like you know the you miss when they're teenagers. You don't get that like Christmas morning, like wide-eyed
Yeah, yeah,
innocence, right? Like of, and so when you get to see that, even in a teenager, it's like, oh, this is what it was. Like
yeah, yeah.
this is the thing.
That's awesome.
So
That's
yeah,
so cool. Um, Both my kids were over yesterday with their motorcycles, and my youngest was busy cleaning the chain of my eldest. My eldest is just like, he couldn't be bothered, but my youngest loves working on that stuff, wrenching on things, figuring
yeah.
stuff out, and yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Um, what is your favorite holiday?
What is my favorite holiday?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been asked that. Um, I mean, I should come up with like a really random one just to be that way, but it's not Christmas because it's so expensive.
Hmm.
And it just maybe maybe Halloween. My
Okay.
it's probably my kids one of their favorites, and they still dress up even at this
I
age,
love it.
and it's like they'll do like theme costumes sometime, like all of them together. Even like now, and they don't even get along anymore. Like they're always at each other, but like they're thinking about doing Anchorman characters
Oh
this
my
this
god.
year, and so I'm pretty excited about that,
Oh my
to
god.
see what that brings. But
Hmm.
yeah, probably Halloween.
All right.
And I'm diabetic, so like the candy doesn't even do anything for me anymore,
Right.
except for kill me.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
so
Okay, and if you, it doesn't have to be the kids. Maybe it's your wife. What's your favorite meal to share with somebody?
street tacos. Like I've walked miles and miles for street tacos. Literally, like my wife and I went to the RV dealership. One of them that I worked for was a family-owned dealership, and the owner used to take all of the employees on vacation from between Christmas and New Year's. It was just dead in the dealership, and
Yeah.
so first one we went on was a cruise. We landed in Cozumel, walked all the way from the harbor in to a nasty fresh air marketplace where I could get some street tacos. The next one was Vegas. I was like, listen, I know there's a street taco place like 4 miles down the road over here on the strip. Like, we're going to go there. And so we walked, and my wife was with me, and she uh, probably didn't enjoy it nearly as much as me, but I did. Yeah, give
S-
me some good like street tacos, tongue al pastor. It doesn't just that's what I'm after.
All right. Hard shell or soft?
Soft, yeah,
Soft.
corn, soft corn. Yeah, you
Got it.
got to go. Yeah,
Just checking.
little lime juice, some good salsa if they got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's say you're in your backwoods there, and maybe you're just looking for the aspen tree that you're going to sit under, and you're meandering through the trail, and you can hear the crunch of the leaves, and sticks breaking and stuff like that. You can smell the earth, and you're thinking to yourself, Brandon, I just wish the world knew this one thing. What's the one thing that you wish the world knew?
Hmm. It's just not that serious. Like, and that's, we get so wrapped up in these things that we think are just the end of the world. And it, there's just not very much that can't be solved and is that serious. Like, take a breath. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it sucks in the moment, and there's plenty of that. Um, but like, it's okay. Like, just find the positive, move forward, and it'll all be all right.
love it. Thank you. That's timely. What do you travel much, or did you?
Oh man, when I was a rep buying teeth, I covered Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and part of Tennessee, and then I trained everybody in the country, and so I traveled way too much. I actually went back to RV sales after about 5 years because I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Wow.
Um, I don't travel as much anymore. I'm probably for work. I'm about uh, maybe a couple days a month, if that.
Okay.
But uh, we like to do little local weekend trips and things like that. It's we got 5 national parks in Utah, and
Wow.
it's a very pretty place to live, and we can go to cool places. So we do that,
That's
and then we
great.
go back to Arkansas a lot, which is a long ass drive. So
How long is that?
22 hours.
Holy hell!
And we do it straight through because I got a dog who's actually sitting in here and being really good.
It's such a good
Um,
dog.
yeah, but he would not be good if we stopped at a hotel. I can promise you that. So sometimes I'll stop at a gas station and sleep. Now my son's old, my 17-year-old's old enough that he can take a leg, and
There
that
you go.
helps. But still, yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We used to drive our kids from Calgary to Ontario, Northern Ontario, which was about a 36-hour drive, and we'd do it nonstop. Also, we just switch off just to get it done.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not young enough to be doing that. Like it ruins me for days.
Oh yeah.
I can never like I can't catch up. But yeah, what's the alternative? I'm too cheap to fly everybody. Like I
Yeah,
don't know what the alternative is. So
that's fair. Yeah. Well, so you just got to do what you got to do.
yeah,
Um. So, have you been elsewhere in the world other than the U.S.? Like, do you have a favorite country? And it
I
can be the
haven't.
U.S. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't traveled outside the U.S. a lot. My wife's not one to travel much,
Okay.
and it's no fun to travel without your spouse. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it is, but like not really.
Yeah.
So the only place we did a cruise and went to Cozumel and in Mexico, and I've been across the border a couple times, and
Yeah.
um, but I would love to go travel. I'm fluent in Spanish and would love to go to Latin American countries and just do my thing and enjoy it. So.
That's awesome. How did fluent in Spanish? Were you like? Was that early days in school? Did you do it for work? Like, what? How did that come about?
So I served a church mission and spoke Spanish on my mission, and so just uh, when you have to speak that language to eat, you learn it real quick. That's kind of crucial, and so um, yeah, I used to speak way better than I do now. Now I don't use it enough, but still, like I I'd call myself fluent still.
Nice.
And so yeah, it's a good skill to have. In my career and just what I do, I don't really need it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good skill to have.
Must be great when you bust it out and people are like, "What?"
Uh, so I was selling this car one time, and I don't want to take up too much time with this story, but it's a spectacular story. So I'm selling this car one time. The engine had blown up. I put it on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever for like $400,
Yeah.
and the guy's meeting me to buy it, and him and his friend are there, and they're Latin, and they speak pretty good English, and we're just talking about it, whatever. They look at it and they're like, okay, well, I think it was $500, and so um, the guy says uh, to me, I don't know if I have the full 500, and like he starts kind of negotiating, and then he like turns to his friend in Spanish and says, uh, you know, I have the money, but I'm going to get it for cheaper, basically. And so I like I hear it and I'm like, okay. Um, and I kind of pause when he asks for less to do it for less money. And I'm like, in Spanish, I'm just like, look, man, like gigs up. Like I know, and I appreciate like the negotiation skills here, but like
Yeah.
you're messing with the wrong gringo, basically,
You messed up.
And his friend just like died, like just busted out laughing and was like, oh my gosh, like he's got you, man. Just give him the money and let's go. So yeah, every
Oh,
now and then that happens. It's kind of fun.
that's awesome. What's one thing you haven't done yet that you need to do before you kick off this mortal coil?
I've always said I want to go, and again, I'm a sports guy. I've always said I want to go to like every major sporting event, like the World Cup, and I don't even watch hockey, but I want to go to the Stanley Cup, and I go to NBA championship, and
Eh,
like all these different things. I think it'd be really really cool to be able to do those things. And then the other one is like um, Tom Waits never plays shows anymore, and I want to see Tom Waits. If I could see him before he dies, like my friend and I have like a standing agreement. Like if he announces a show that starts tomorrow in California, like we're both on planes
Wow.
headed there, and So would love to see him play, and he just doesn't do it very often. So if he's listening to this show, like,
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
yeah, reach out, man,
Yeah.
because we want to do it.
I love it. Yeah, he's a big fan of the show.
I mean, he could be like the
could
guy
be.
is so random. He could be.
Yeah.
I mean,
You never know. You never know.
yeah,
Maybe I'll see if I can get him on the show. Heck,
that would be amazing.
that'd be something. Oh man. All right. There's these people in the world, Brandon, and I call them rebels in waiting. And they are the people who are about to do a thing or in the middle of a thing, and they don't know what's happening, or maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they need an aspen tree to go hang out with. What advice would you have for those rebels in waiting to help get them where they're going?
The same advice that I would give to all people. Take a breath. It's just not that serious, right? Like let's have some perspective here. But from like a, hey, I'm starting this business or whatever that thing is, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, and you gotta believe in it. And that's the thing that has kept me going with Gladly, even when it's hard. Is like I truly believe that we can make an impact and that we can bless lives, and that matters to me. Right? It doesn't matter to everyone, and that's cool, but it matters to me. And that's if you've got that and that passion, then you're good. Just keep at it. If you don't have that, then maybe it's time to move on to something else. So
Amazing. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. That's great. Where can people find you?
so gladlynetwork.com. That's our website. We are sufficiently set up to where you can actually log in and join and do all that stuff. You can buy
Nice.
some products, and so that's really cool. Brandon at gladlynetwork.com, gladly.good in Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn, all those different places. Yeah,
We'll put them down in the show notes. And
yeah, right here. So
awesome. Brandon, this has been an amazing way to spend time. Thank you so much for sharing so much with us.
Oh, thank you. This has been fun.
Awesome.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Yeah. When Gladly's like when you're done with teeth.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Hey, if you're an artist, scientist, entrepreneur, or business owner who wants a smooth and proven method to find, shape, and share your story with the world, head on over to BrandJitsu.com and order a copy of my book, BrandJitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable. I've been your host, Michael Dargy, and this has been the RebelRebel podcast. It's a podcast for creative rebels and entrepreneurs all over the world. And hey, if you're a rebel or you know a rebel, head on over to the RebelRebelPodcast.com and fill out the guest request form. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.